One, go. Good evening, everyone. It is your girl Lynette from DALS Credit Solutions. Today is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021. We are going to talk about how to obtain funding during this upcoming season. It is the federal fiscal year is ending. They have many grants, local, state, county, and government. So I want you guys to come in. Please share. If this is the first time you guys are watching, please put hashtag Grant Training Tuesday. If this is your first time also watching, place where you're tuning in from. If you have any questions, please place them in the comments and I will try to answer them. Like, click, and share this video. I want to give a special shout out to Jasmine Patton from Black Girls Have Good Credit Too. She's going to law school. She's going to be an attorney. And I'm never going to abide by the rules. Oh, I just want to say that. Congratulations, Jasmine Patton. We are extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. Um, Being accepted into law school, you're going to make us all proud. We love you. We thank you. She is the head honcho of Black Girls Have Good Credit Too. I also want to congratulate anyone that started a business and also who is improving their credit. Kudos to you as well. This is a lifelong journey. Credit is like a relationship, it fluctuates, it puts us through things. However, if we do right by it, we can be in it for the long haul. So, as you guys are tuning in, make sure you like, click, and share. I will be sharing the broadcast, and I'm also streaming from StreamYard. So if you want to place a comment, please place the comments within the actual comment section, and I will answer them accordingly. Today's topic will talk about a variety of things, but the basis of it will be how to obtain funding as a small business. A while back, I did do some grant training, but the grants.gov was, it went haywire a couple times on me, and I'm logged on now. I'm going to try to share my screen as many people come on and give you guys some update, give you some tips as well on how to obtain funding. So I'm going to share this. Let me see. Go. Let me see. So if this is your first time watching, please place in the comments where you're watching from. If you're watching a replay, put in the comment section hashtag Grant Training Tuesday or just Grant Training so you guys can um, uh, get this information. I will be sharing this. So make sure you like, click, and share. This is free information. Again, if you have any questions and concerns, place them in the comment section and I will answer them one by one. This is a safe place. We're here to learn. We all need to know where resources are coming in from. Again, this is the federal government's fourth quarter, and it's a lot of money that they have not spent yet. And as small business owners trying to rebuild and establish, we need to know what resources we can tap into. Let me see. So, thank you again. Hello for everyone that is coming in. I would like for you to, as small business owners, channel in when it comes to funding. We don't have many resources to go to. I always tell people to start off on getting on your local and state county officials' email list. A lot of times when you get on email lists, they will send opportunities directly to you because you are part of their organization. A lot of people want to go out and get bank loans and they might not have the sufficient credit to do so. However, getting on people's email lists, your Congress, your local estate, government officials, different county governments, anything. Make that's it's a form of free marketing, and you can get opportunities sent directly to you. Many times when I receive grants, I don't look for them. They solicit it directly to my business email. Always make yourself known within your local community first, because these are ways you can get funded. I'm talking like from the YWCA, profits, nonprofits, organizations. Go after your local officials, get on their email list, join the chambers. Another way you can get funded. Look at your local and state chambers. Look at organizations within those areas. Show up to virtual meetings. Make yourself known within the organization. Everything is via Zoom. So, and a lot of virtual, meetings. It's a way to get your business out there without spending any money on marketing, and you can get opportunities sent directly to you. It eliminates the competition, and you don't have to struggle, to put in large proposals for it. Many grants that I have been awarded, I they were very much so verify X, Y, and Z, get a couple things, and then you are awarded grants. So there are some ways to get funding. When you're talking about larger organizations with that's outside of your county, look at all of the state, Congress and things like that. Might sound crazy, but larger organizations are getting funding to distribute to smaller businesses. If we don't make ourselves aware or build relationships within these communities and these larger businesses, we are missing out on funds that can be sent directly to us. For instance, the Harrisburg Chambers, United States Women Chamber of Commerce, the WBE, the Women Business Enterprise. You're talking LGBT chambers. Join these type of chambers and organizations, so when they have funding opportunities, you can be first in line. Again, this is a way you develop relationships, make your business known without spending a dime on marketing, more so committing to an hour sending emails a day, following up or more, following up to have these type of relationships built. So when you say, hey, are there any funding out there? Oh, sure, we did just get a large grant. Let me send you the application. And then guess what? When these opportunities continue, like a revolving door, guess what? You'll be first in line to get funding. Anyone that's tuning in, please like, click, and share. Hi, everyone that is tuning in. I only can see a couple of you on. I'm going to look on my Facebook to see if I can say hi to everyone. We are streaming through StreamYard, so if you want to leave a comment or have any questions, please do so. Place your comments in the comment section. If this is the first time you're watching, put in the comment section where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching the replay, put hashtag grant training replay. I miss all of you guys. I hope everyone is doing well and still wearing a mask. This is my personal opinion. Let's see. Uh-oh. All right. So when it comes to funding, one thing you want to do is to ensure your business is aligned. A lot of times we want funding, but we don't have all of our ducks in order. We have to make sure that we are established properly, legally, within our home state. For instance, you hear a lot of the standards saying, get your LLC, a EIN, the DUNS number, things like that. A lot of times, some businesses shouldn't be an LLC. They should be an S Corp or they should be a C Corp. And that's later on down the line. I will go over that. Make sure your EIN is, from the IRS. These are things you can do yourself without paying the soul. The EIN is free. The data universal number is free. That's the DUNS number. Ensure that your search engine optimizations, meaning your Googles and your website and things like that, is up and running. And if you don't have a website, purchase a domain so you can just put under construction. It still looks as if you are in business and you are participating under the organization. So you want to make sure these documents are in line. Also, make sure your business address matches everything from Google, Yahoo, what other search engines? Apple, Yelp, all those things should be aligned because this is another way to start building not only business credit but business credibility. You want to always ensure that your brand is sync, everything matches throughout. So when you do that, again, you're allowing people to know you are operating legally. You are operating under what you say you're operating under. When you formulate your business, again, make sure you become fully registered within your home state so you can receive funding opportunities. There are many ways to get fully registered in your home state. One of the ways is becoming a vendor. Again, that's something later on down the line we will talk about. And also make sure all your documents are in order. Again, your EIN, your articles of incorporation, your data universal number. Also, make sure you are registered in systems of awards management. A lot of times, people will look for funding and they will become disqualified because they are not fully registered in systems of awards management. There could be two options that you can put. One, you only want federal government funding. Two, you want to participate in federal government contracting and get federal government funding. I would do both. If you never participate in contracting, that's fine, but one day you may, and one day you may not. However, just ensure that you pick both so you can have a broader range opportunity. As I speak to you about grants, and again, everyone, thank you for tuning in and listening. The last time we were on, I know it was a while ago, please forgive me. The last time we were on, we talked about how to navigate in grants.gov. Grants.gov is one of the most beneficial funding opportunities that you can get free money on. This is the fourth quarter within the federal government, meaning they're giving away, I won't say giving away. Yeah, they're giving away a lot of money because they have a certain amount they must spend in order to be in compliance of the next fiscal year. Again, have all your documents and your business aligned. EIN, DUNS number, articles of incorporation. Make sure your search engine optimizations are aligned. Your addresses, your emails, bank accounts, sam.gov. Just ensure all your documents are in order. When you go on grants.gov, learning to navigate throughout the system can be pretty difficult, and it can shy you away from not even approaching it because of the wide ranges of complications on how to set up different areas. Like, for one, the workspace. Two, what grants you should go for. Three, how will you choose the areas that you will look for and the different agencies. I have grants.gov up. Let me see if it logged out. Sure, it logged out. Just extra. And again, while I'm doing this, I want you guys to, like, click, and share. And also, anyone that's tuning in for the first time, place in where you're tuning in from. And also, if you're watching the replay, put in hashtag grant training replay, excuse me. Let me see. Look at the comments. Hi, everyone. I miss you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me see. I want to. Also, please like, tick, click, and share. Hi, Maya, my sister. She came and saved me this week because my coils on my furnace was freezing, and I put the air conditioner on wrong. But I won't talk about me in public. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I won't look like this next week. Y'all know this. Y'all know I don't do this dress up thing often. Y'all know I will wear the same. I'm not going to talk about me like that in public. But, I'm going to share this to stay on point because this is important. And I don't want grants.gov to log me off. And before we go to grants.gov, shout out to my friend Kareem. He's a drummer on Struggle Jennings tour. He is coming to Harrisburg. Shout out to Kareem. I am going to see him this Saturday. Can't wait. Anybody in the Harrisburg area, Penn State friends, inner city friends, anybody. If you know about the group Struggle Jennings, he will be coming to Harrisburg. He is a famous drummer and a friend of mine. So shout out to Kareem. I'm very proud of you, big guy. All right, let me see. What screen? No, we're scared. That screen, let me see. Where's grants.gov? Let me see if I can find grants.gov. All right, so it's right there in my own Chrome. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. Why is it acting up? So this is Chrome. Again, bear with me. I thank everyone for who was tuning in to watch Credit Tip Tuesday. So we can, please let this be it. All right. Thank you. Let's see. Am I sharing the screen? All right, here we go. When you navigate on grants.gov, you want to make sure you sign in. The way you create a login and password through grants.gov, again, you have to be registered in Systems of Awards Management. You must create a login and password on login.gov. Once that is successfully created, you will then be prompted when you sign into grants.gov to put in your login.gov login and password. Once you do that and you begin to navigate through SAM, you have to look at what your scope of practices are. A lot of times we look at things and look at, okay, for instance, I do finances. However, do I go after grants directly for finances? No. You have to actually encyclopedia your business. Think of when you do register in SAM.gov that your North American industrial codes are like the anatomy of your business. It's the shell of it. The product and service codes are the physiology. These are the actual functions that you are capable of doing if you are solicit a contract through a grant or any type of work with local, state, or federal government. So when you look at your grants, your overall scope of work, you must ask yourself, again, I'm in finances. Do I really want to just look at finances when it comes to grants? Yes and no. I look at grants basically as a problem solver because when you look at your scope of work, you want to look at it, what does my business solve? Repeat, what does my business solve? Being financially literate can solve domestic violence issues, child diversity, increase communication, increase more positive development in the communities. Um, Again, eliminate domestic violence. I don't know if I said that once, but I look at it in that format because, again, understanding finances solves problems throughout. I look at different grants for us. Again, the problem solver. Your NAICS codes are the anatomy of the business, it's the shell. Your product and service codes are the physiology, the capabilities, the functionalities that you're able to perform under the under the grants that you are seeking. Again, I don't just look at finances, credit, that's the mediocre, that's the bare. You have to look at it as if you are the problem solver of this grant because you are there when you do solicitations, grants, or different contracts. You are there to mitigate risk, solving problems, improve quality, and deliver and execute. So I don't look at just finances. The reason I developed the skill set of this nature, again, I come in as if I'm the problem, is that I know I am a problem solver. So I'm going to get people, see if anybody have any questions so far. If you have any questions, please place them in the comment section. And if you are on Facebook placing questions, I won't see your name unless you go through StreamYard. And I will continue this. Sorry about that. As we go. So, learning grants, you can go through different trainings like Grant 101, grant eligibility, search for grants, things of that nature. So when you search for a grant, learn how to not work hard but work smart. If you look at right now, forecast me, someone is possibly within the opportunity, meaning someone's within the contract. Posted, meaning they have 2,192 posted, 4,000 closed, 58,000 archived, all funding opportunities, which is included in all these numbers here. Eligible. So city government, for profit, Native American, nonprofit with IRS eligibility, private institutions. When I again search a grant, I want to work smart and not harder. I don't have time to look at 30,000 grants. So what I do, I narrow it down. I get rid of what's forecast because somebody's possibly within the opportunity. I also look at grants only and not all. And I also look at other. I may look at procurement contract. If you are a small business, make sure you just, if you want to look at all city government, things like that, I wouldn't want you to because you won't be eligible for those. Your business is not a county government. It is a for-profit other than a small business unless you have more than so many employees and making more than what it would be as a standard small business. Independent school, individuals. So I'll choose individuals. And along with, let me see, small business. And I put unrestricted because unrestricted gives you a wide variety. That means anybody can possibly apply. When it comes to categories, sometimes I keep them, sometimes I don't. As far as the agencies, I also always put all agencies. So we look at this and then we'll go in and keyword search. So I will put domestic violence. That is an example that I've used. And you put search. So again, I don't want to push forecast because getting somebody's in it. And you can honestly look at and narrow it down. So you can click on small business. That will also take, some time away. Unrestricted. And also, I'm looking at two screens, so please forgive me. And if you're Native American, you can, choose those options as well. City government, county government, things of that nature. So since I've changed it, I'll research it again, see if it let me do it this way. It's so rude. So I'll do it the other way. So oh, I spelled that so wrong. My apologies. Yes. Is that an I? I'm trying to be cute with these lashes on, knowing I can't say horrible. I spelled that so wrong. That's it. So take off forecast, and I also will put again for profit and unrestricted. Oh, I cannot see. I am a small business. I'll put individual as well, just to see what's out there. And I keep all categories. Any questions so far? So I'm going to look at this and see if anybody have any questions. If so, place them in the comments. Thank you for everyone that's coming in. Please like, click, and share. If this is the first time you watch it, put in the comment section where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching replay, put in the comment section hashtag grant training or grant Tuesday or grant training Tuesday. When you look at an opportunity, you have to make sure that you are capable of doing it. Please note when it comes to a federal government, local, state, the requirements may be extremely large. No one's going to give us hundreds and thousands or millions of dollars by completing one document of paper. Sometimes you can do that with government, local, county government, and different municipalities, along with organizations within the state in your area. However, when it comes to larger money, and this is money that can help, assist the growth of your business without you, paying this money back, as long as you keep excellent documentation on what you did utilize the funds for. I always recommend people, please forgive me, when you are awarded a grant, you never pay the grant your taxes with money you earn, meaning outside of the grant. Always take a percentage to, pay your taxes on that. I'm not paying taxes on money that was free to me. So I'm going to use their money. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but I do. I use their money to pay taxes. I'm not doing that because this is all within, how I am compensated and ensuring that I am in compliance of delivering the task that is requested. So if you look at the first one, I spoke about how financial literacy can decrease and possibly eliminate a lot of domestic violence, child diversity, social and, social issues and environmental issues for us, crimes and things of that nature. Remember, you are the root of the problem. You look at the root of the solution, excuse me, not the problem. You look at the opportunity number, look at the opportunity title, along with the posted status. It was created 6/11/2021, and it closes, meaning they won't accept any more solicitations after this date. You click on the opportunity. Always pay attention again to the opportunity number. And if these two areas are either red or gray. One thing I love about grants.gov, if you are not capable or you don't qualify to even participate in the grant, they will not allow you to apply. So that's one of the beauties about grants.gov because it will let you know, hey, you're not eligible, keep it moving. So it's family violence and services within, if I'm correct, it says tribal safe housing. Always look at your documents and read it. It's a cooperative agreement, meaning you might have to put some money up. You don't possibly want to do this one, things of that nature. But just to give you guys some examples, it was posted June 11th, Last updated June 11th, it closes July 26th. Program funding opportunities. Award floor is the basis on the minimum where they will start. The ceiling is where they will is their peak. If you look at the expected number of awards, meaning one, the total funding source, if I'm correct, is 500,000. To see if you qualify, even though that we already navigated and made it distinct with allowing us to put in we're a small business, still read this area. So you eligible applicants, you must be a small business, for profit organization other than small business, other, and also when you see other, see text and title information, always read this. Once you finish reading this, go up and look at the package. A lot of times people miss the mark and won't look at the documents. They will click just apply. A lot of times the documents are in, the beginning stages of the grant. Some grants will be you apply for half of it on grants.gov, and then you have to go somewhere else and apply. I know the Department of Justice is famous for doing this. They will make you do a preliminary one on grants.gov, and then they want a full proposal on the Department of Justice website. So always click preview and you look at all the documents, lobbying, other attachments, budget information, insurance non-construction. These are a lot of law documents. So these are just, documents you will see once you apply. I believe everyone should read documents like this because it would give you a feeling on what you need. So this document right here is asking, is it paper, application, new? If you was already within the contract, it will be a revision. Or if you had a previous application in, it will be a continuation. So I always say make yourself familiar with the documents. Review the documents before you press apply. Because once you're in there and you leave that workspace, I've never been successful of going back in to retrieve the area that I began. Even though I save it, I still have not mastered that yet. So it was a learning experience for me. Make sure you look at all of the documents, see what they need. Let me see if anybody have any questions. All right. So as you continue to look at, grants and other areas, again, make yourself familiar with the documents. Always click on download the instructions and look at what are they asking for. So it looks like this is a full proposal, meaning you have to put some time into it, meaning you have to put some work into it to be properly funded. Again, nothing comes easy when you are doing this type of work for the simple fact the government normally, awards, over seven figures for things of that nature. So they're not going to give you something that you just fill out and put your business entity and things like that on it. They want to see if you're able to perform. So to circle back what I said about your sam.gov, make sure when you put in your North American industrial codes that you view this as if it's the anatomy, the structure of your business. The product and service codes are the actual physiology and how you are able to fulfill the requirements because it's the functions of your business. So always review it that way. Make sure when you do look at documents of this magnitude, I believe in printing them out and using colorful highlighters because you must ensure that you understand each area of what they are requesting. For instance, you can have a disqualified application just by using the wrong font, using the wrong paper size, um, not putting it in MLM format. These are many things you must pay attention to. Excuse me. If they ask it for 10 pages, you only gave them 3 pages or 4 pages, you could become disqualified. So I believe in ensuring that you print the papers out and go over it with a highlighter. It allows you to become familiar on what they're asking. Also, when you look at it, make sure that you are reviewing all of the links. Please. I made a boo boo a long time ago. I didn't put in an actual a letter of intent to participate in the grant. Went through the entire proposal, completed it, and was disqualified because I didn't put a letter to intent, meaning letting them know that I was going to participate in this grant. It was a kind of a hurtful moment, but it allowed me to look at it and say, okay, make sure I cover all bases. So always become familiar with your documents. Any questions so far? Let me see. So I'll close that. So when you hit apply, you're going to see a series of things. You want to see the opportunity package ID or the federal opportunity number. It's already pre-filled. Select profile. You'll put the person who you're representing. It will be your company, and also put in your name. When you create this workspace, it's extremely important. Again, prior to this, make sure you become familiar with the documents, because I have not been successful to go back and retrieve my workspace. I'm not going to apply for this grant, but I want to let you know that when it says mandatory, you have to fill out the document. So let me see if I can complete this one. So when you look at everything, my recommendation when you're completing a grant application, after every submission, push save. Because if you don't, your system goes out or it's a glitch, guess what? You've lost your data. So you always put it in the first couple ones, and then I push save. Let you know the save is formed. One cool thing about grants.gov also, you can also check for errors before you push save prior to completing. It will show you everything that's missing. Section 8, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, things of that nature. So as you're doing this, it will tell you, hey, this is what's missing. This is what's missing. You put in your company name, you will see the organization DUNS number, which is my organization DUNS number. Again, I'm not completing this. I'm just showing you guys. Let me see. Now I'll put in oh, that's right. So you check for errors. Some invalid EIN number. They know it's not my EIN number. But again, it's going to give you guys some insight on, how you can honestly navigate through this and, complete. Keep going. Save. When you complete this, ensure all information matches your SAM.gov. A lot of the information will be incorporated from grants.gov. You can't even apply for grants.gov if your SAM is not completed and considered active. A lot of times people say, I completed my SAM, I'm certified through SAM, but they didn't get the indicator that they are formally active to operate. You have to make sure you are active in SAM. It's very important. And that's Systems of Awards Management, and that's www.sam.gov. Hi, everybody that's tuning in. Welcome, welcome. You put in your information. Again, make sure it's identical to what you put in SAM. And I put and they also want a 4-digit code. Real strict with that. They won't let you put. Uh, they want an 8-digit, not a 4. They would like for you to have all. Okay. They will have all information. Again, they wanted you to have 4 digits or 8 digits, um, and not the 4. Again, always push save. Anything with the asteroid, please make sure you put it in. Again, I'm just completing this. Again, always push save as you're doing this. And you put your fax number and your email. Always put your company email and not your personal email because it won't recognize it. Let's see. Oh no. Okay. Really? It's not. Okay, my screen is not sharing. I didn't know that. No wonder nobody's on. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if this is it. Hmm. My apologies. I thought my screen was being shared. I'm told that my screen is not shared. Let me see. That's the documents. So I don't want that one. These are the documents I told you guys to become familiar with. I need that screen. So let's stop sharing that and then share. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. We're on the same page. Okay. My apologies, guys. I'm literally thinking my screen was being shared with you guys, and I'm busy talking, and no one can see. So I'm on grants.gov. Please, someone indicate that they can see my screen, that I am on grants.gov, and perfect. And I can go back and show you guys what I was doing. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, good. You can see my screen. So again, when you submit this, and again, my apologies because I thought my screen was being shared. You put in the type of submission it is. If it's a pre-application, meaning like a RFI, a request for information, or change corrected application, meaning you have to do some changes. Or if it's an application, regular application, you put new. So you have on the second one, new, continuous, and revision. Again, as you are completing this, always push save. This allow your documents to allow your progress to be saved. You see that I have inputted some information within the required areas. Always ensure that the information you are putting in is the same that's within SAM, and that's Systems of Awards Management. You have to be fully active in SAM, not just having the actual process completed. You need to ensure that once you become active, you can now participate in federal funding. Again, and you put your information in, and always push save. Always. Again, this allows you to save your progress as you're completing this. Type of application. When you go through this, remember when I had you choose the areas that you want to be classified when reviewing the solicitations, the grant opportunities. I had individual, for profit, and small business. I always put small business because that's what I am indicated as according to the North American Industrial Codes, and that's your NAICS codes. A lot of the information is already pre-populated. Put save. So as you're completing this, I'm just going to put, some letters in here. It's not, again, I'm not submitting this. And push save. Okay, so I'll push OK. And I continue down the road. So your congressional districts, you will find this on your SAM profile. There are two areas to complete SAM. You have a SAM overall certified to say you are able to operate and participate in local and state funding, federal funding, and also a SAM profile. A SAM profile is the mimic of your capability statement, what you are capable of doing. And if you need your congressional codes, you can either find them on the SAM profile or the actual SAM certifier. So mine is PA10 because I'm in Pennsylvania, and you have to put 3 digits, so it's 010, and these let you know, as far as politics, what congressional code you are, what area that you will be doing this grant in if you are selected. Start date, again, you'll find that within the documents. If the contract is for a year, make sure you look at what the proposal, is asking. So if it's for a year, say I put, today's date. Is it the 20th, July 20th? And I'll put, a year. But again, make sure you review all documents prior to complete it. Federal estimate funding. Remember, the floor was 400,000, if I'm believing, and the cap was, I think, $500,000. So federal is what you're requesting from the federal. Applicant is what you are required to get. Again, this was a cooperative agreement, meaning you have to cooperate with the funding. I would never participate in nothing like this. So, you are required as a small business to put up some form of funding. You don't want to do this. So I would just, put 100,000, and I'll put 100,000. I'm never going to apply for a grant. I'll put $1 million. Never going to apply for a grant that I have to put money in. into, not run that. I really need glasses. And then it was zero somewhere. There we go. Always put safe. Let's say that. I said safe. State, you don't require no money from the state. You just put 0, 0, all the way down. Keep going. Again, read your documents. The EO review. I honestly don't know what that means when it comes to this. I look in within the documents to see what the EO stands for. I never can remember. I'm not gonna lie. Executive order, excuse me. Jesus, I just found it. So it's the executive order, meaning that the government require who put out this grant. Was it the federal government or was it state and local? So the application was made available to the state executive order. You don't put that one because they didn't order it. The program is subject to EO, but has not been selected for review. Also, always look at your documents, and the program is not covered by the EO. So, a lot of times you'll get executive order grants if there's an emergency like COVID or they need supplies or things of that nature. Always ask, they're going to ask you, are you delinquent on any federal taxes? If you are, you say no, you become disqualified because trust me, the IRS knows all about it. If you say yes, please, excuse me, put yes and be very truthful. They just want to see if you're going to be honest. And if you are delinquent, if you are awarded, you have an obligation to pay Uncle Sam. Put agree, click agree, check save. Sign your name. But yes, I am a Teresa without the H. Don't get twisted. And every time I try to put an H in it, they remove it. Telephone number. Make sure all information is identical to Sam. If you have a fax number, put your fax number in. Email. Always put save. So when you at the end, you look at the burden statement. A lot of people won't look at the burden statement because it's based off the Paper Reduction Act. This is the time people are reviewing these actual solicitations. So you got DOC, the DOE, Department of Energy, Education, EPA, Health and Human Services. These are all their hours. So these are the hours they're spending on the applicants that they are receiving. So before I push close, I always put click for error. When you see no errors found, you put push OK and you close it. You say yes because when you close it, you have passed the first mandatory requirements on completing this grant. When you get grants, opportunities, and they need 30 days or require 30 days, please don't try to complete a grant in 5 days, 6 days, unless it's a team of y'all, but I wouldn't recommend that at all. Take the time out to read the documents. Take the time out to see how you want to execute and possibly be awarded something of that nature. This is one of many ways you can receive monies to operate your business without taking out any loans, having any stressors on your business, and able to operate and perform an actual area of your expertise and build relationships at the same time. Again, thank you for everybody joining. If this is your first time watching, put in hashtag grant training. If you have any credit questions about anything in your credit, I will stick around for a couple minutes. We can discuss credit because that is the basis of who I am. A lot of times people think I shied away. I just look at credit on a whole nother level, but I am here as much as possible to give out free education when it comes to this. So if you have any questions regarding, repos, evictions, late payments, things of that nature, please place them in the comments and do it while you can. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Do we have any questions on grant training? Any questions on how you can obtain funding? Remember, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. The harder it is, the more distinguished, and the way you can eliminate many individuals that perform the same capabilities. You could become, more so distinguished. Being in the industry for 2.5 years, I'm still considered a rookie. However, I made myself known in many areas that my resume didn't call for. And that's because the efforts and the envelopes that I push and stress myself to become distinguished. I made myself very familiar with throughout financial institutions and things of that nature that utilizes our services because many people don't believe in credit. Credit is never a scam, it's how one perform it to build themselves. Credit is a capability to grow oneself. So you always have to remember that. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, please place them in the comment section. I am using StreamYard. So if you do place a question and comment, put your name on Facebook because if you're not commenting directly on StreamYard, I'm on doing YouTube and LinkedIn as well at the same time. I should be verified very soon, personally. I'm just saying. Yeah, I should be. I love you guys. Again, do not be afraid to ask questions and get the assistance you need. There are a lot of hidden funding opportunities out there. And you see organizations in the larger capacity that go for them because we are not aware of how we can start to do things. Again, if we're not stop sharing. If we're not making ourselves aware of possible funding, the larger organizations will grab them every time. So again, if you have any questions, place them in the comment section. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Much love. If you have any questions regarding training or anything we went over, please let me know. If you have a topic you want to discuss next week on Credit Tip Tuesday, I will do that live. I'm going to tell you guys I love you. I thank you. Thank you for always supporting the brand. And you guys have a wonderful night.